Hello, welcome. My name is Lorraine, and welcome to my channel. I'm glad that you're with me today. If you're new here, this channel is about facing our older years with grace and fun and dignity and productivity, and I'm here to help you do that and to just share a bit of time together. So I'm glad that we're together. And today, my SOTD or scent of the day is Elizabeth Taylor's Black Pearls. This was released in 1996. It is a fragrance of lily, peaches, and rose, and it's a very intense fragrance. The challenge is to find just the right amount to put on, and it's just beautiful. Now, this is the frosted bottle, so this is more of a vintage bottle. The newer ones have just the clear glass, but one reviewer says that this one helps you channel your inner Cleopatra. So I love that, and I love this perfume, and it's my SOTD. I retired when I was 62 years old, so I'm going on to my 14th year of retirement. And a few years into my retirement, I decided to write an autobiography. This book was to be for my children and a few close friends, so it certainly was not intended for general publication. And it took me about a year to write the book. It was a wonderful experience. It brought up feelings of nostalgia and helped me remember so many things that I thought I had forgotten. And certainly some of the memories were good, some of them were not so good, as in anybody's life. And especially at 75, there's a lot of memories there. One section of the book, and at the very end, well, first of all, I'll show you the book. So this is the book. Now, the reason for the subtitle, Lord, Grant Me Patience and Strength, when my children were young, and if they would do something to annoy me or something at the dinner table, I would simply just raise my eyes and say, Lord, grant me patience and strength, which of course would lead them to giggle. So that's kind of why I put that subtitle there. And that's a picture of me when I was about 1 year old. It's not a big book, but the final section is a section about advice to my grandchildren. Now, I don't give advice to people, and even if they ask me, I'm a bit reluctant when it comes to adults or friends or peers or whoever. But I do feel a responsibility to give advice to my grandchildren. I feel it's the job of a grandma to give advice. So I wrote a few pages, and I just wanted to share it with you. And I want to know if you think that this advice is useful, if you think that they're going to find it helpful as they navigate through life. When I wrote the book, I had 2 grandchildren, and now I have 4. And their ages are 15, 11, 6, and 3. So I'm going to read to you the advice to my grandchildren. Getting along. Always do more than you have to, whether it's in the workplace or in interactions with family and friends. Think before you do, and don't do things that will make you feel bad about yourself. Affirm more, encourage more, understand more, forgive more. Be more polite and thoughtful, and listen more. When in doubt, say less rather than more. Take the high road and give people the benefit of the doubt. Family and friends, no matter how much they love you, will sometimes let you down and will disappoint and hurt you. It's what people do because we all have pain. We are all selfish. And there are times when we lack kindness and consideration. We are not alone. We are all in a hurry. We all become impatient standing in line at the grocery store. And we all have important places to go and people to see. Use discernment, but be a yes person. Yes to new experiences, new places, new jobs, new friends, new activities. But remember, you have the right to change your mind. In a conflict situation, recognize that you have a part in it. It's not all the other guy's fault. Have the humility to acknowledge your part and learn from it. Remember your manners. Men, rise when a woman enters the room. And ladies, rise when an older man or woman enters the room. If someone behaves like a boor, it doesn't mean you have to behave that way too. You don't have to say everything that comes into your head in the interest of being brutally honest. There is no place for brutality of any kind in interactions with fellow human beings. It's fashionable to call acts of betrayal or violence or even criminal acts mistakes. It's quaint to use the word sin. Hurtful and damaging words and actions that arise from pride, anger, and selfishness are not mistakes. They are sins. When it comes to love, sometimes love is not enough. Equally important are respect, trust, honesty, and appreciation. There is a time and a place for both laughter and tears. Embrace both. Whenever you have an opportunity, do a good deed and don't tell anyone about it. Let it be a secret between you and God. Life is about beginnings and endings. Honor both. Look at problems, challenges, and disappointments as opportunities to grow spiritually and emotionally. Be positive. Look for reasons why it will work, not reasons why it won't. Don't complain, but if you must, give the short version. People really don't want to hear the long version. There is humor in almost everything, even though many times that's not evident until much later. Words have the power to heal or harm. And once words are out, they float around in the universe forever. Think before you speak, and think about how you speak. Pray before making a decision. Dorothy, who was a wonderful friend of mine, she's passed on now, once told me that the Lord is wild about you and loves to be involved in your life. I'm not one to quote the Bible, but one quote that has helped me many times in my life is, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Philippians 4:13. I find that is a true statement. And don't worry if you feel you are lacking in faith. Pray as St. Augustine often prayed, "Lord, I believe, help my unbelief." Taking care of yourself. My skin has always been my best feature, and throughout my life and to the present day, people, sometimes virtual strangers, have complimented me. Since my father's mother was from England, I sometimes wonder if I inherited the so-called English peaches and cream complexion. I have had an interest in skincare and makeup from a young age and started using a daily moisturizer and night cream in my 20s. These are key to maintaining a beautiful complexion and holding off the lines and wrinkles as long as possible. Never go to sleep with your makeup still on. Remove it every night, no matter how tired you are. Don't use soap on your face. It's too harsh. Use a skin cleanser. Rinse well with clear water and pat dry. Use an exfoliating treatment once or twice a week. And use an SPF 30 sunscreen on your face every day, even if the sun is not shining. Brush your teeth twice a day and floss at least once a day. You only have one set of teeth for a lifetime, and the last thing you want is to have to wear dentures. Furthermore, you don't want to have bad breath, which can result from gingivitis or gum disease. Visit the dentist twice a year for an oral exam, to have your teeth cleaned, and to have x-rays as needed. Even if you don't have a dental plan, budget for this and do everything you can to preserve good dental health. Also, whiten your teeth with one of the many effective products on the market. Nothing gives you more confidence than knowing your smile reveals white, healthy teeth. If you wear jewelry, make sure it sparkles. Gold, silver, and gemstones look their best when kept clean and polished. Clean jewelry with a mild solution of soap and water using an old toothbrush. Rinse well and dry with a soft cloth. Don't ever use toothpaste to clean jewelry. It's abrasive and will scratch. Keep pearls separate from metal pieces by wrapping them in tissue paper and/or storing them in a cloth bag. After wearing pearls, before you put them away, wipe them with a soft cloth to remove dust and oils. When you go out, carry these essentials with you: a credit card, your driver's license, health card, cell phone, some cash, a few tissues, a comb, and ladies, a lipstick. Get enough sleep, drink lots of water, and clean your ears regularly. After washing your hair, let it dry naturally at least some of the time. Blow dryers sometimes dry out the hair. Eat natural foods, which means avoiding processed foods as much as possible. Take the time to enjoy shopping for groceries. Make salads and cook and bake from scratch. When it comes to leftovers, when in doubt, throw it out. Keep your home clean and tidy. A messy and disorganized living environment often reflects and/or may contribute to a messy and disorganized mind. Don't waste your money on fancy cleaning products. Use a solution of vinegar and water to clean kitchen surfaces and glass. Have a yearly physical exam by your doctor and have your eyes checked every 1 to 2 years. Be safe. Keep a non-slip mat in the bottom of the bathtub and be careful with sharp knives. There is no such thing as an accident. Mishaps and injuries happen when people are careless, distracted, or arrogant. They can usually be prevented if people think ahead about the consequences of their actions or non-actions. Take care of your things, whether it's a pair of shoes or an electric mixer. You will be amazed at how long they will serve you. Have some structure in your day and create a balance of work, play, socializing, and solitude in each 24-hour period. Develop an attitude of gratitude and look for signs of God's love in people you meet and things you experience. They are all around you and often manifest in the smallest sights, sounds, and events. Don't allow yourself to be manipulated into doing things you don't really want to do or have time to do. There are ways to say no without offending people. You don't have to feel happy every minute, and it's okay to cry and/or feel sorry for yourself for a short period. Remember, things always work out, even though that may not be immediately obvious. Debt. The only good debt is a mortgage and maybe a car loan. Avoid having a student loan. Pay as you go to college or university by working part-time and/or summers. It may take you longer to finish, but at least when you finish, you will be able to start fresh. You won't be saddled with a big debt for the next 10 to 20 years. Having a big debt on your shoulders is a discouraging way to start your life. When you start earning money, you will want to put it into a house, travel, or a car. Have one credit card and pay off the balance in full every month. Sex. You are a unique, precious child of God. You don't take off your clothes in front of just everyone or anyone. Realize that sex is not a sport. It's not a handshake. It's a connection that doesn't dissipate. It remains a part of you and your partner forever. The consequences vary from new life, disease, commitment, more love, or less love. Think ahead to how you will feel afterward. Happy, fulfilled, ashamed, or scared. You will always feel something. Drugs and alcohol are essentially poisons and have no place in the human body. Genetics play a major role in the extent to which alcohol affects folks physically and psychologically. In the case of my progeny, alcoholism unfortunately runs in our family. Both my parents, as well as your father's father and his mother's brother, were alcoholics. They all died relatively young, partly, if not completely, due to alcohol abuse. Drugs and alcohol have a damaging effect on various systems in the body, especially the lungs, heart, kidneys, and liver. They also affect the brain, that masterpiece of creation that shapes your thoughts, emotions, and behavior. There is enough beauty and delight in life without needing to create an artificial high. When you muddle up the brain by abusing drugs or alcohol, you destroy brain cells and cause damage which can permanently affect the way you experience the world. And I acknowledge that prescription drugs can also be harmful. They should be used with caution and only when absolutely necessary. And this is dated at the bottom, Lorraine Walton, February 2012. So thank you very much for listening to this. I hope that you enjoyed it, and let me know if you think that this information or this advice will be useful to my grandchildren. I suppose the two older ones could read it any time. But anyway, thank you for spending some time with me again today. Be certain to subscribe or consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.